several glaciers, such as the Gangotri and the Saichen, originate from this range. These glaciers feed rivers that form the source of water for a large part of the population. The Zoji La Pass is also situated in the Great Himalayan Range. This pass is the only link between Ladakh and Kashmir. The next range, which is known as the Himachal, is located south of the Greater Himalayas. The height of mountains in this range is between 3,700 and 4,500 meters, as against the average height of 6,000 meters in the Great Himalayas. Hence, this range is also referred to as the Lesser Himalayas. The average width of the Himachal range is 50 kilometers. This range has the roughest terrain among all the mountain ranges in the world. The terrain of the mountain range is composed of highly compressed rocks that have undergone considerable change in composition or appearance. In other words, the Himachal is made up of altered rocks. Let us look at some of the prominent ranges in the Himachal. The Purvanchal is the longest range in the Lesser Himalayas. The other notable ranges are the Dhauladhar and the Mahabharat. These ranges are famous for their beauty and are a major tourist attraction for people the world over. The Himachal range is also well known for its hill stations such as Dalhousie, Shimla, Ranikhet and Nainital. Of these, Dalhousie and Shimla are located in Himachal Pradesh, while Ranikhet and Nainital are part of Uttarakhand. The most picturesque of valleys, the Kashmir, Kullu and Kangra valleys in Himachal Pradesh, are part of this area. The range south of the Himachal, that is, the outermost range of the Himalayas, is the Shivalik range. The Shivaliks are 10 to 50 kilometers wide. The heights of these mountains range from 900 to 1,100 meters. Thus, as you can see, the Shivaliks form the lowest range of the Himalayas. This is because this range is built from loose sediments brought down by the rivers flowing from the main Himalayan ranges located up north. The sediment consists of broken stones and soil. Therefore, the valleys of the Shivalik region are covered with thick gravel and alluvium. You may have heard of Dehradun. The famous hill station of Mussoorie is located in the Dehradun Valley in the state of Uttarakhand. The longitudinal valleys that lie between the Himachal and the Shivaliks are known as dunes. That's how the most famous valleys, including Dehradun, Kotli Dun and Patli Dun, got their names. Kotli Dun is located in the Jammu region and is known for its scenic beauty. And you must have all heard about the Jim Corbett National Park. This park is located in the Patli Dun region. We just looked at the longitudinal divisions of the Himalayas. The Himalayas are also divided into regions from east to west. You can make out these regions if you look at the demarcations between river valleys. Let's look at some examples of these divisions. First, let's consider the area between the Indus and the Sutlej. This area has been traditionally known as the Punjab Himalaya. Nanga Parbat is the highest peak in Punjab Himalaya. However, on the basis of regional divisions of the Himalayas, locally it is also called Kashmir in the west and Himachal Himalaya in the east. To take another example, the Kumaon Himalayas is the name used regionally for the portion of the Himalayas between the Sutlej and the Kali rivers. Nanda Devi is the highest peak in this region. The hill stations Nainital and Ranikhet are located in the Kumaon region. Similarly, the area that lies between the Kali and the Tista rivers is known as the Nepal Himalayas. The Assam Himalayas refer to the region between the Tista and the Dihang rivers. As we move east, we come to the division of the Himalayas called the Purvanchal or the Eastern Hills and Mountains. The Brahmaputra forms the easternmost boundary of the Purvanchal region. The Brahmaputra breaks through the Himalayas to form some deep valleys or gorges. One such valley is Arunachal Pradesh in the Dihang Gorge. Beyond the Dihang Gorge, the Purvanchal hills dip sharply southwards and stretch out along the eastern borders of India. Thus, the Purvanchal hills extend through the northeastern states of India. The Purvanchal hills are covered by thick forests and mostly consist of parallel ranges and valleys. Strong sandstone, a type of sedimentary rock, is the main component of these mountains. Let's take a closer look at the Purvanchal range. The Purvanchal range is made up of the Patkai Hills, the Naga Hills, the Manipur Hills, and the Mizo Hills. The northern plain is located in the southern part of the Himalayan range. The plain is formed from the flood plains of three big river systems: the Indus, the Ganga, and the Brahmaputra. Based on the names of these river systems, the northern plain is also called the Indo-Gangetic Plain. The alluvium from these river systems was deposited in the vast basin at the foothills of the Himalayas over millions of years. These deposits built up to form the present-day fertile northern plain. The plain spans the area of a small country. Can you estimate the area of the plain? The area of the plain is about 7 lakh square kilometers. The width of this plain varies as you go from north to south. At its narrowest, it stretches across 240 kilometers. At its widest, it stretches across 320 kilometers. The length of the plain is 2,400 kilometers. As mentioned earlier, the soil cover in this plain is rich and fertile, and water is found in plenty. Combined with a favorable climate for growing several major crops, the northern plain is one of the world's most intensively farmed areas. Therefore, it is not surprising to note that the northern plain is a very densely populated physiographic division of India. Did you know, not just in India, the northern plain is one of the most populated areas on Earth. Let's come back to the river systems that helped in the formation of the northern plains. The rivers coming from the northern mountain carry a huge load of eroded soil and debris. As a river flows down towards the plains, due to the gentler slopes, its velocity decreases, and the material carried by it gets deposited on the way. These deposits can lead to the creation of riverine islands. For example, in the Brahmaputra river flowing through Assam lies an island called Majuli. This island is famed to be the largest inhabited riverine island in the world. The speed of the rivers reduces further as they go downstream. Due to the deposition of huge quantities of silt, these rivers split into numerous channels. These channels are called distributaries. The sediments from the mouths of all the distributaries collect to form a delta. For example, the Ganga-Brahmaputra Delta is an important part of the northern plain. In fact, with the expansion of the deltas, the northern plain is becoming bigger as well. Now, we'll take a closer look at the northern plain. The northern plain can be divided into three main parts. Starting from the top, the western part of the northern plain comes first. This part is formed by the Indus and its tributaries. The Indus and its tributaries, the Jhelum, the Chenab, the Ravi, the Beas, and the Sutlej, originate in the Himalaya. These rivers lies the fertile state of Punjab. This part of the northern plain is also called the Punjab Plain. If you look at a map of India, however, you will find that a bigger portion of the Punjab Plain lies in Pakistan. Did you know? The name Punjab is made of two words, Panj and Ab. Panj means 5 and Ab means water. As you can see, the name Punjab is based on the 5 rivers that drain the state. In fact, this section of the northern plain is